Darwin Nunez to Liverpool. Transfer is basically done. Huge money splashed over, close to £100 million, €100 million at least. Wow.
80-20.
Yeah, I
80-20
mean,
with some bonuses involved, I guess.
so much for Arsenal hoping to get him in through the door, right? But
I
this is a
had my eyes on him way before all of these clubs even got a sniff of it. But whoever throws the money, the player is theirs, right?
well,
So
that's also a classic Arsenal problem, right? Because Arsenal have traditionally missed a lot of big signings because they waited a day too long. But yeah, I mean, Liverpool don't often splash the cash quite as much. So when they do, you really have to raise your eyebrows and take a look at it. So, what do you think? That's a lot of money. 22 years old.
I think, yeah, I think Jurgen Klopp can now stop cribbing about every other club having 100 million signings because he's been a hypocrite with statements earlier. And now, if he sanctioned that signing, obviously, because I'm assuming uh, Fenway Sports Group didn't randomly just wake up one day and say, okay, we're going to sign Darwin Nunez. He's probably asked for him. So, Jurgen Klopp can, that's how.
Also the first major signing for their new sporting director. Technically, I forgot the exact role. I can't even remember the name of the dude. But taking over from a very successful predecessor who's basically led Liverpool to building the amazing squad they have now. And then the first big signing that he brings in is like £100 million transfer, a striker as well. So lots of pressure on him as well to kind of prove his track record. But like you said, if Jurgen Klopp has faith, it's definitely important because we have seen just in the last season another similarly priced move failing quite miserably over at Chelsea. But this basically means doors closed for Mane, or like what do you kind of.
I think it is. They've really shown him the exit door, or it's more or less it was mutual, and both the club and the player already knew that he was not going to continue. So Liverpool just doing business earlier than usual is what I'd think of.
And also a very unorthodox signing, right? Like Darwin Nunez, I mean, he still has some pace, can play off the left, but he's more of like an
The
out and out striker, which is not what Liverpool has had over the last 6, 7, 8
which
years.
which is also probably a gap they want to fill. I mean, having a different game plan other than you know just pressing, because sometimes you have to hoof the ball in and hope someone's going to be at the end of it. Maybe Darwin Nunez is part of a plan B, eventually plan A. He
100 mil for a
transitions
plan
to.
B.
You never know nowadays. 100 million is going to become the average in the next 3 years, I think, because for these clubs don't really think twice before spending, and FFP is a joke. Basically, we all know that UEFA is corrupt. FFP is a joke, so we can dump that notion of, oh, there's financial fair play and things like that. So I think 100 million is going to be the norm in 2 3 years. Right now it's still eyebrow raising, but 3 years down the line it's just going to be another average player who's going to go for 100.
Yeah, I mean, where it used to be like one big signing a season, now we're seeing at least two signings going for that value. With I mean, Tchouaméni going over to Real Madrid as well for a similar fee, which is
Hmm.
again remarkable the amount of money that's been banded about. But let's end with what do you think Nunes is going to do? Do you think he's going to hit the ground running? What is this Liverpool gunning for a quadruple all over again next season?
I think they very well can do. Um, them spending 100 mil, I also think they might be open to selling Salah if there's a bigger number. I'm not sure if he signed an extension. I
Not
think
yet.
it's
No, not
still in
yet.
the works, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So maybe they are expecting him through the outdoor as well. But if that happens, then they might again need to reconsider and get another forward or a wide player. But I think they're trying to aim for the title once again, because for all that Jurgen Klopp has done, he has one Premier League title to show for. It's not a complaint. I'm just saying, falling short of a few points every season is
Yeah.
not something that he wants to
I
do.
mean, when you compare that to the 4 Champions Leagues that Real Madrid have won since he's been there, the 5 Premier Leagues that Man City has won since he's been there,
Exactly.
despite the success, it's not a studded trophy cabinet, even though the achievement might be fairly remarkable. But yeah, I get what you're saying there. But future proofing the squad in some ways, you can see the
Very
squad
much.
slowly kind of turning over. Slowly, you can see some replacement players being introduced into the team, which is, I mean, it's really good for the team. But I have a feeling that this is going to be the one big move that Liverpool finally fail at. Despite Portuguese players traditionally have actually over the last 3 years done
Uruguayan.
really
He's
well.
Uruguayan.
No, I mean from the Portuguese league, I meant
Yeah.
have traditionally come over and actually done really well over the past 3 seasons. I have a feeling this one is going to be failure though. So let us know what you guys think in the comments down below, and like, share, subscribe, and we will see you guys next time.
And we'll also call him overrated at the end of the season if he doesn't.